What's up, guys? J.R. Raymond back again, coming to you from Shopmakers Pro Shop here in New Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio, where today I'm actually going to back things up a little bit. We're going to look at the Phaze 3. I know we already did the review on the Phaze 3, but what I want to do is I want to start taking some of these balls that we've used before, and we've done the reviews, and I want to start changing the surfaces on them so you can see how they react different with different surfaces on them. The Phaze 3 is one of those balls that I thought looked really, really good off of the shelf. Right off the drill press, it looked really good, but I want to see how it looks with a little bit of surface put on it, changing the surface a little bit. So we're going to take a look at it on a 44-foot league pattern here in a minute. Stay tuned. All right, so this is that Phaze 3, that original Phaze 3 from that video. It doesn't have a ton of shots on it because I just really don't find a whole lot of places where I get to use it. It's just too clean and sometimes too whippy. And a lot of the times when I think I can use it, it's either it hooks a ton down lane or it never hooks. It just goes past the break point. So we're gonna try and throw some shots here and see what it looks like different once we change the surface a little bit. So I'm gonna let you see kind of what it looks like now without a surface change, and then we'll kind of back it up and make some changes. See, that's one of the biggest things that I notice with this is the over-under. You know, I see an awful lot of overhook to the dry, and you know, that's the characteristics of this house too, but I saw that even at Classic where I did the original review, I saw that, and I didn't, see if I can make it from behind the approach. I saw that, and it was the same way there. I get it to the dry too quick and it overreacts. I don't get it there quick enough and it never reacts. So you saw that video of me where I lofted it over the cap and I threw it dead to the right. That was just kind of for effect, just so you can kind of see how much the ball actually hooks down lane. But like, all right, let me see if I can move left and keep one in the oil a little bit and see if it will react. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. So right there you can see how it just kind of scoots down lane and it doesn't quite pick up enough. So I want to be able to keep the ball in the oil, but I guess let's back up a little bit. I'm going to keep the ball in the same spot, but I'm going to try to get it to the right now from there. And watch the difference in ball reaction. Ooh, will that make it? That's got a chance. That's how you shoot spares, folks. All right, so I'm gonna stay in the same spot, and I'm actually just gonna move my eyes a little to the right so it can get to the dry and see what happens. See, now it like absolutely jerks off the dry. So we wanna blend that middle part of the lane a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start with a couple different pads. I've got my CTD pads here from 5,000 all the way down. I'm actually gonna take that 5,000 pad, 5,000D, and I'm just gonna try to take a little bit of the dullness, or I'm sorry, a little bit of the shine off of it. It's not really gonna change much, but if it takes a little bit of that polish off, maybe it will blend that middle of the lane. I know we're gonna take it down more so you can see how this thing changes throughout. But these are some of the videos that I've really wanted to start doing, is so you can see some of the changes of these bowling balls over time. So I've hit it with the 5,000. Doesn't look much different, as you can see, but I'm gonna stand in that same spot. I'm gonna keep my eyes to the right and see what happens when I throw it to the right again. See, that made it see it a little bit sooner, and maybe that got to the dry a little bit quicker than the last one, but you could see how much more that ball reacted just by taking that little bit of dullness or that little bit of polish off of it. So now we'll try, oh, don't hit it. Woo, that was close. That was good timing. Now we'll go with that same spot, and I'll just move my eyes just a couple boards to the left and see if it will get through the pins where I 208'd. Yeah, see, so you got a little bit more out of it. So it didn't 2-8, now it actually switched to strike. You know, so I still want it to be a little bit better than that. So I'm gonna take now, what else do I got here? I got a 2000, I got a 1500 and a 3000. Let's go to 3000 now and hit that. Just a little, all the way around the ball, touch every part of the ball, make it legal. And again, it's not really changing it much, but now you're starting to see the dullness come in. Now you're starting to see some dull surface on it. Whereas the 5000 pad really didn't give it much of a change visually. Now when you look at it, now you can see it's got some dullness there. So let me stand in that same spot, try to throw it in the same area, see if it gives it that little bit more to make it go high flush. Yeah, so just a little bit stronger, just a little bit more to get it to go through the pins there. So now, let me see if I can get my hand around it. So with getting my hand around it, I can make it more responsive to the friction. Sometimes that's a bad thing, because if there's a lot of friction early, it's going to see that early friction and make it hook early, and then it's going to take away the reaction down lane. But here, this is a pretty fresh pattern. Actually, it is a fresh pattern. So it shouldn't see the early hook. It should just make it, you know, kick just a little bit more down lane. All right, same spot. Just get my hand around it. Yeah, so now you can see that thing really scoot high flush there. And that actually would force me to move a little bit further left. So now let's see what happens if I go like 4 or 5 left off that one. So now that's gonna put me up against the ball return. So I'm gonna go, this will be like 5 left. This will be like a 5 and, let's call it 5 and 2. Hand around it again. Ooh, I missed right. Missed right. But I think if that was polished and I missed right that fast like that, I think it would have overreacted and I probably would have big forward. It still overreacted, but it wasn't as bad as if it was shiny where it was gonna really jump off of the pattern. So, now let's do that again and not miss right. Let's keep it in the oil. I'm actually, just to make sure, I'm gonna move my eyes back 1 left again. There you go. Yeah, ooh, got the 10 and 7 out. But you can see, now that starts to blend a little bit too much. So let's take it down a little bit more. Let's see what happens if I take it to 2000. You know what? No, let's skip right to 1500. 1500's next. And really see some dullness on it now. This might make it hook early and never get to the pocket now. But we'll find out. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be really good. Yeah, now she's got some dullness. So now you can see she's really dull now. Dull surface. See, same spot, see what it does. Hand around it again. Now you watch it blend off of that, because that one was right off my hand. And so now you watch it start up just a little bit, and then it just rolls off of it. So instead of getting to that dry spot and going dead left off of it, it started to read it and then kind of blended and then went off of it. So that's always a good sign. That's what we're looking for. So I know a lot of people want to drill these shiny balls and they want them to really be flippy, but if you really want to score, if you really want to get better at bowling and on the house condition, you're gonna have to find a way to blend the dry and the oil. Surface is important. Doesn't mean you have to use a ton of surface. Just means that shine might not necessarily be good for you. I'm gonna try to keep this one in a little bit. It's better. It's better. See, now my reaction's perfect. Now I'm gonna move my eyes one more left in the same spot to see what it does when I really get it in the oil. It should still pick up because I've got enough surface on it in the oil with a strong enough ball that it should still pick up in that spot. It definitely picked up, but I think I got it down a little bit too quick into the dry on the left, which made it hook a little bit too much in two spots, early and late. So it took some energy, and then it took the rest of it at the end. So I'm gonna try that again. See if I can throw one better. There we go. Yeah, see, now the ball goes through the pins perfect. So that's what we're looking for. So now we can see when we take something that's shiny, even though it's a hybrid cover stock, it's something that's super shiny. So you get a lot of people who come into the center and they always go into the pro shop and they'll say, man, I just want something super clean and flips. I want it to just go crazy down lane. And when you get that, your scores actually go down. And your scores go down because you have so much volume in the middle of the lane and no volume to the right of the lane. So when you throw it to the right, it overhooks off the dry. And when you get it in the oil, it never hooks. So you feel like you have to play straight all the time and use all that oil in the middle as your hold, but then you've got all that hook to the right. So now you're saying, well, now my ball hooks too much. So these types of moves, just changing the surface just a little bit, can give you that little bit of a different look, especially in the middle of the lane in that oil. So I wanted to show you with the Phaze 3. I'm gonna go through some of these other balls in other videos as well, but I think that was the most important for people to be able to learn about the changes in surface and how you can score better. So that's all I got. I'm out of here. We'll see you guys next time. Bye.